So I am currently on the phone with my beloved Corey Nice, and at the same time, I am screencasting this little recording thing whilst listening to him watching TV about aliens, I believe. Is it aliens? Ancient aliens. Are they still talking about Stonehenge? he's he's saying, "Hello, people." I think I think it's him, or it could be the aliens. I'm not sure. It sounds weird. It's like, "Hello, people." It's like some kind of demented alien Elmo or something. All right. Anyway, so this is a social network that I just found. It is brand new, not Indiepreneur Academy. That's my site. You should totally go there, by the way. But yeah, it's called Webtalk, and you're clearly going to go through my link. You're definitely not going to go through Corey Nice's link because he is at the moment. He is basically in this totally unfair competition with me where he waited till I was eating and I couldn't do anything about it. And then he told everyone on Twitter they had to go through his link rather than mine. So I am now making a video telling you to go through my link rather than his so I can beat him. So anyway, this is the thing though. I've filled in my what's it. So first of all, it's cool. It's nice clean interface. It's nice and straightforward. There's a little bit of advertising here, but it's not in any way like as in your face as it is on Facebook. So this is what your profile page would look like. So here it's got your stuff, obviously, your name and who you are and everything, and then your URL, which is here. And then you put your About Me bit in. You put what you're interested in, and you put your languages, your experience, your education, and any recommendations. Corey has given me really quite a weak recommendation here. Highly recommended. I think it's a very, very weak recommendation given the amount that I have done for him. So I think he's going to go in and edit that, or he's going to write me a new one. I think this might just be unfair. This might just be the competitive thing kicking off. Like highly recommended is all he's going to give me. So that's all he's getting back when he's got his up. You've got notifications here. You've got messages here. Connections, Webtalk gifts, and I haven't looked at this yet. Oh, you can earn revenue. Okay, so this is cool. You can get your friends, your contacts and stuff in here like you would on something like LinkedIn. You kind of upload your contacts and all the rest of it. And if people join through your link, it's free, by the way, but if they join through your link, then you can get a percentage of ad revenue and stuff when it launches. It's in beta at the moment, but they've got all these ad programs and stuff that are going to be coming out. So when people put their ads on this network, on this social network, then you'll get a percentage of that, which is pretty sweet. So you can track your referrals if you become an affiliate. So I've literally been in here for a pretty much few minutes, like not hardly any time at all. And already I've got 3 people who've joined me on my first level, and there are 2 people on my second level. So all you need to do is just basically grab your referral link and share it around. Now, I am sure you are fully aware, like this shows you all the people who've looked at your page and everything. I'm not going to kind of violate people's privacy by staying on those pages for too long. But it works much as most social networks work. So if you want to put something here, yay, love this site. Now, the other thing is, just speaking as a beta tester, or beta tester if you're American, for social networks since the year dot, what tends to happen on new social networks is all anyone talks about is that social network. So I hate to break with tradition, so I'm going to be talking about this social network on here. So hey, yay, love this site. Excited for the launch. I was going to do 5 people in already, but I don't want to get super competitive with these people because they're all in anyway, so there's no point. And smiley face. Talk. So here you've got, this is like liking, and then this is, I don't know, commenting, I guess, but you got the comment box down there. What does this do? Don't know. Comment? Don't know. Then sort of sharing or retweeting there. You can choose who you share with. Now, what's totally cool about this is that you can, and again, I can't really show you how to do this without sort of violating somebody else's personal something, so I can't really show you, but say, for example, okay, actually, I'll do it with the founder. This is the owner of the place because I put a kind of fun tag on him. So I completed my profile, so I've got 100% master profile thing here. And this is the guy who set it up, RJ. So what I've done with him is I have see, I'm brand new in here, so I don't know quite where it is, but I've put tags on him about who he is. So the tags that I've put, because you can tag people, not tag them so they can see them, at least I hope not, but just in case they can, make sure they're polite tags. But you can tag people things like prospect, marketer, author, super awesome person, best friend, or whatever. And then it will just show you can kind of alter your experience of the news stream based on that. So with him, I've tagged him member of staff, and also can probably see this because I kind of am curious, because I know in beta when you're doing anything, people can see, the people at the staff can see, and you need to be aware of that. I think they're not warning you about that, but it's just the nature of beta that when I was beta testing Google Plus, for instance, they actually told us that. They said, look, if you're in the invite only beta, we can see everything that you're doing and we're going to be looking at it, and you had to agree to that before they'd let you in. And then it was because of that I found out I was the first person who ever sang or danced on Google Plus, because I did that just to test out Hangouts. And then I subsequently ended up randomly speaking to this guy called Chi, who it turned out had invented Hangouts. And me and a friend of mine were on this little hangout, because the hangouts used to work differently back in the day, and you could just have people just dropping in and you'd end up in a hangout with some randomer. So we suddenly realised that we were speaking to someone who looked pretty low-key but was in a mansion. And then we realised he was the director of engineering for Google, and he invented Hangouts. Awesome guy, became really good friends with him. But when I was telling him, he wanted to know what we were using Hangouts for, and I said, well, I did some dancing and I sang the other day, but just for myself, I'd actually said it so it was just me. Nobody was in there. I was just testing it out. And he said, oh yeah, we loved that. And I said, you what? And he said, oh, nothing. So they were sitting around watching me dancing and singing. And I was, the first person to do that on Google+. So you need to be aware when you're in anything that's in beta that the people can see what you're doing, even though they're not in this case saying that. They might not be checking out what you're doing. They're very busy people, but just be aware. So I would say when you're using, during the beta testing phase, because this happened with Facebook too, and it happened in Twitter too, so this happens. But just during that period of time, I personally would keep messaging pretty much what you'd say in public. I wouldn't sort of, be sending any dodgy pics or anything, because I just wouldn't with anything that you're testing out. But yeah, that was kind of a negative thing to say, but I just want to kind of be honest with you and open with you, because this is a free thing. There's no reason not to get into it. In fact, you should. But I want you to kind of I just want to give you a bit of guidance from somebody who's beta tested a lot of social networks, that to start with, I always assume that everyone can see everything and I act accordingly. So I would recommend doing that. Definitely get in. I mean, there's just no question. There's no reason not to. I've gone through the privacy policy and everything. It all makes sense. Obviously, go through it yourself, but there's nothing in there that's going to freak you out, I don't think. Check it, but I don't think there is. What's cool about this is it's brand new. You can upload videos, photos, files, news, all kinds of stuff. You can view your profile as different people and all that. what's cool about it, aside from the fact that it's brand new, so that you do stand a chance of getting a massive following on here, because if you imagine if you were there the first week that Facebook launched or Twitter launched or whatever, this apparently has doubled in size in the last month, I think. I don't know whether it's month or week, but it's a really short period of time. It's just doubled in size. There's 100,000 people in there at the moment, which means like last month there was 50,000. So it's at that point where it's going to go crazy. And the first million people in here, there's this super cool deal that they're doing on ad share. So when people are running ads in this network, which they will be once there's more people in here, then you're going to be able to get a percentage of the ad share that is basically that. It's kind of a little bit more complicated than this, but it's up to 50% of the money they make. They're sending out to the first million people on the network. They're super serious about this, turning this into a big social network. You can also kind of advertise on here if you're looking for a job or whatever. So it's got LinkedIn type things in it. And you know, it's just a really cool little network that I would get in to, because they've invested 6.5 million in it, so they're very serious about it. They've been working on it for a long period of time, and like I said, it's in beta and it's growing really fast. So those million spaces are going to be gone. I don't know. I mean, geez, if it's doubled, I mean, if it carries on doubling, they're going to be gone really soon. And after those million spaces are gone, then there's still going to be ad share, an affiliate system that they build in here, but it's going to be something like 10% rather than 50%. So I don't want to kind of give you all the details on the comp plan and everything. The info's in there. You can look for it. Yeah, there is going to be an affiliate side to it once it launches, but it is pre-launch right now. So I am the ultimate cliche. I'm going to say this is ground floor. This is a ground floor opportunity. It's not a biz op. It is a social network, but you get the opportunity to participate in the affiliate share side of things. So you don't have to come in and build teams or anything like that. It's a brand new social network, and you're just going to be able to cash in on it eventually when it launches. So go in through my link. Obviously, don't go through Coronis's link. That's very important. Because, I need to whip his ass. So go through my link and, get in there and say hi and have fun. And like I said, it's free. Like, there's nothing bad's going to happen. Just, it's free, it's fine. And then share your link around, because what tends to happen with things like this is if you share your link around, when people start to learn about it, they're going to go through whatever link they find. So you need to let people know you're in it. Twitter is a really good place to do that. I would highly recommend going onto Twitter to do that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, by the way, I'm Rebecca Bardess on Twitter and most other places. And just share it around and let people know. Say, hey, I found a new social network. If you want to be in on it, it's free to join and everything. This is my link. And there you go. That is really all I have to say to you right now, other than it's awesome and I recommend it. And let's see where we go. Toodles for now.